All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the video. So I'm gonna talk about my Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Uh, yeah, the game that just was remastered and on Unreal Engine 5 or just Unreal Engine. Yeah, so I'm just gonna talk about the game and how I like it and what I found difficult and what was cool about it and yeah, the bosses and the level design or yeah. So it's on Game Pass and it was like re-released back in like 2008 for the Xbox 360 and like yeah. And it had been like re-released like I don't know, so like more than twice, I would say. So we got a remastered version this year. So yeah, I really enjoyed the game, and it took me like 3 weeks to complete on normal alkalite difficulty. So yeah, it's really cool. So booting up the game, like the menu, like it's like futuristic looking Japan or is it Tokyo at the start? It's really cool how it's like it just shows his back at the menu. Yeah. So um, first like when I start the game, I put it on the most hardest difficulty, and yeah, I like started. So like the story goes that like uh a woman named Sonia was looking for Ryu Hayabusa, and she's like part of the CIA or something. And like so Ryu he visited like Rio's antique shop. Uh yeah, but like the store employee didn't even know where he is. And like a ninja clan called the Black Spider Clan like raided the antique shop and like kidnapped Sonya, I think that's what happened, and then Ryu returned and tried to get her back from the helicopter. I think Genshin showed up. Is like the leader of the Black Spider Clan. Uh, his design looked cool. I think I remember he had like four red eyes or something. He looked like a spider. Genshin. Yeah. So at the start of the tutorial, it just tells you how to play, how to slash and stuff. Like pressing one button into like a heavy attack that could like launch an opponent and stuff. But since I put it in hard mode, I like got shot up real fast and I didn't even know how to go. Like I went to like surrounded by other ninjas, so I like died and I like went back to the main menu and just put it back on normal mode. So I played it normally. Yeah, so I got through that and yeah, so I I went from the first stage of all the ninjas and I found a chest and then it gave me like a life orb or something. Yeah, then it tells me what it is and I'm not. So I went to there's like a lot of stairs or something. It's like wood and like Japanese architecture. Uh yeah, kind of style. And like the scenery. It's like dark and like lights in the place. Like yeah, cherry blossoms. And so I well in that level you get the lunar staff. And I was thinking about like the ninja Rachel. I don't think she's a demon hunter actually. But I thought that was gonna be her staff for some reason. It's just like I just look I just looked past through everything, just yeah. But getting it, there was like the statue, so I just like took a picture of the statue in game, and like maybe I might draw. Just looks cool to get the lunar staff, and it's really good at the start. But you know, you could do like the Izuna drop. I find that weapon easiest to like do the Izuna drop. That's Ryu's signature move. And yeah, and sometimes when I'm next to a save point, I like to practice the combos. So like how I memorize the combos are uh like you it's like you press the X button like 5 times. 5 times. Like I would say that's like a quintuple, and then you could press Y at or sit like a 6 button presses, or like it'll say like I would say like XX, and then it will say like a right X to for the input, and I call that a forward input in the direction you're facing. Yeah, direction you're facing. So um what else am I gonna think about? I forgot what the boss was like at the start. Uh, but yeah. So the Resetsu, there's like this orb that if you collect all the signs, you will when you get all the signs, if I memorize it, I think it was I forgot. They're like one of the symbols was Rai, I think. 2 Kai Sai Retsu. Holy, yeah, I forgot. Zai Zen. Yeah, Zai and Zen. Collecting. Yeah, so like, there was this boss. So I thought the symbol said Resetsu, and I kept saying that, and it turns out the boss for that level, his name was Resetsu. It's crazy. I was like, I've been saying that the whole time in that level. So I forgot how that boss played out, but yeah. But I destroyed it because I'm too cool. And so we get to the next chapter, and chapter 2 was called the Dragon Castle, I think. Castle of the Dragons. Ryu's sword is called the Dragon Sword. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So at the village, it was raided by the Black Ninja Clan, and Joe Hayabusa, Ryu's father, was defending the place or something. He was protecting the demon statue. It was a source of power that they have to protect, like the Dragon Clan has to protect for like thousands of years or something like that. Yeah, so the stage is all cool, and like you get to run on water and stuff. In the levels, like there's like these training target signs. If you shoot arrows at it or throw ninja stars at it, I think it gives you life orbs, like to replenish your health, and it gives you currency. You could use the currency by the statue to buy weapons and items and upgrade your weapons. So yeah, and I did that. You could also collect skulls. For like each 10 skulls you get, you get a 10% discount only on the items that replenish health, or your key or nimpo, your ninja art. You start out with the fire one that shoots a fireball. But yeah, that level was it was cool because you get a new weapon called like the Talon Fang. Yeah, it's like a kung fu, or like, yeah, hand to hand combat, like, and it has claws. I think it's called Talon Fang and Claw or something. And yeah, it's inside like this dojo house building. It's really cool. Uh, yeah, so on that level, if I remember, yeah, you go like way up high in the castle. So you fight Genshin, leader of the Black Scatter Clan, and Genshin injures Joe. But like, yeah, so fighting him, you get a parry attack, and he kept slashing, and he uses like this key Nimpo art where it's like a black hole. But I noticed in other game called Dead or Alive, there's this character named Rido that uses the same kind of looking technique, except it's red. So I put two and two together, but it's just like the same movement probably. Maybe he been training the Black Scatter Clan. I have no idea, but of that side of the lore. Yeah. So with the end of that level, you go to New York. Well, there are side stories that you could loot from, you could find. One was like about there was this person that wasn't good enough for the wind attack. Says he was, what is that word? Where he was clumsy to the master. So anyways, he's like dead. And yeah. And yeah, so yeah, I always like take my time to get those side quest stories. And so next, there's this thing called the Greater Fiends. There are like four of them, I think. It was like four of them. And I forgot their names, but hopefully I'll just like pick it up in this video, like if I remember in my head. So the next stage is like, it's called Chapter 3, the Thunder Catastrophe. And it's the Archfiend, it's the Greater Fiend, Volstar? Valhalstar or something. Yeah, he has his shirt off and like has a lightning, and he made his base of operations on Liberty Island or something, with the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. So like that level, there was like bats and ninjas. Yeah, there's the lore that the demons can't be with other humans, or they just kill the other humans. But they still try to work with them, so I don't understand that. Or it's just their way. Oh, and then like sometimes they suicide bomb themselves. If you don't finish them off with the heart attack, they'll like crawl to you and then just like stab your foot or grab onto you and just blow up, and you take a lot of damage. So you gotta finish them off with a finisher as fast as you can. Yeah, that level you get the nunchucks. I think it's called the ball chain. I don't know. But in the lore, what I remember, it says like Ryu favors that weapon for some reason. It's like his favorite weapon. I use it and I upgraded it at the same level. I used a little. It has a 9-hit combo, which is pretty good. But I stick to the dragon sword most of the game. And yeah, so that boss, there's a boss in that level where you go deep inside. You get to like the metro, and it's like this snake-looking electricity monster. Yeah, I just kept shooting arrows at it, and then I just kept running away, but it kept throwing like lightning fish. It's like a worm underground. It reminded me of Solo Leveling, that one episode, like in episode 3 of Solo Leveling. Hey, Solo Leveling and chapter 3 have the same boss monster in that game, so I don't know. uh okay, so in chapter 4, you're on like Brooklyn Bridge, what I remember. It's like still the same area kinda. And what was chapter 4 called? I forgot, but I just picked my nose. And it is raining. So yeah. What was that one called? Oh, oh yeah. So the troll, there's this boss named Gaudamus, and it's like this troll-looking giant, and it likes to. How I defeated it was like, first its moves were like it would like slam his hand on the ground, and then I'll just go for that hand. If you hurt that hand for a while, it gets vulnerable, and you can do a finisher. He also uses Screech, but yeah, so I just kept slashing it. And yeah, this finisher, he actually grabbed me and just like bonked me on the floor, like threw me like a rag doll. And then like the finisher is like you slice up his eye, but yeah, and then he jumps in the air and then slices his eye, and then he's dead. Then he falls into the water, on the Brooklyn Bridge, and then Soya comes up with her helicopter, and then pulls down the ladder, and then she says like grab on, and he jumps to the ladder, and they take and he ends up in Liberty, where the Statue of Liberty is. Yeah, so there were like wing monsters. I would use the wind Nimpo. And yeah, it was pretty difficult. Almost got, yeah, there was like a lot of enemies right on the island going into the statue. And there's some sort of museum that like has about like Japanese culture dedicated. And slashing the glass, you find a side note of lore from the game, and you get a new weapon called Enma Blade. Yeah, it looks really cool. It's like a huge, great sword, like those big swords like you would get if you played other RPGs. Yeah, so I just used it a little bit. It was pretty good. I upgraded to like level 2 at some time when I was in my playthrough. Rhyming accidentally. And so you fight Vazda, the Archfiend of Storm, I think, or Lightning. I'm gonna say he's the Archfiend of Lightning. What I remember is he likes to spin around in a tornado. He flies around, I think. And he has like 3 lightning bolts. And I just keep slashing him and like dodging his lightning bolts. Yeah, so that. Okay. Yeah, so I defeated him. And the next chapter, I think I'm tackling chapter 5 now. There are 17 chapters. But yeah, this is gonna be a long video. So chapter 5, it says like the Shrine Maiden, and like I know that that would be Momiji, a Shrine Maiden that protects the, I don't know what she protects, but she did a bad job, I guess. But and there was like this kid that she was trying to save, but like, yeah, got kidnapped by the Tengus. There was a black one and a red one. But yeah, Momiji was like my favorite character. Her sword was called the Heavenly Dragon Sword Naginata. It was really cool. She wears like, her design was like, she wears red and white and like a white tank top, and yeah, she has like a long hair ponytail. And yeah, I like the level. It says like she could double jump, and is that the only character in the game that could double jump? And it was really not that. Use like, you don't have to use double jump, but yeah. I usually slash everywhere the walls randomly, so if I could find something secret. But yeah. But I like her moveset was really cool. Her Nimpo was just like the fireball, but like I forgot what it looked like. Like yeah, I'm pretty sure it was pretty fire. Uh yeah. The boss, you fight Tengu, Red Tengu and Black Tengu. Black Tengu told Red Tengu to not underestimate Momiji during the fight. And I got like Izuna dropped by them like a couple times, and I managed to win. So you save like this this kid, and I forgot his name, but I don't know if he's important to the story. I forgot. And you go to chapter 6. So like there's like, I would say this place that looks like Italy, or whatever it's called. Like it's like a water city. And swimming in that game was confusing at the start, but yeah. You get a new sword in the market, like they were getting attacked by werewolves, and the Greater Fiend, I think his name was Voltaire. Yeah, I'm gonna just call him Voltaire. He's like a werewolf, and the Gothic castle. Yeah, I think it was said in history, or I read somewhere, maybe on Google, that like Gothic is like, I don't know, something that exists like thousands of years ago. Something like that. A lost I don't know. But yeah. He tries to get people to fight him, and yeah, gets people to fight him. So I get to that level. You find like a dual wield sword, and it has the word tiger in the title. But yeah, and it was said to be like, there's this person named Muramasa, which is like Ryo's sensei? Or he's old, he's part of the Dragon Clan, or I don't understand. He makes weapons or something. He's like really skilled in it. And I read somewhere, like he has a rival named Shishido in the lore. That's like only mentioned once. So yeah, that level, there was a lot of werewolves, and they were pretty hard. Upgrading the tiger claw, like they had wolf moves, so I was like, I could fight wolves with wolf moves, but I like switched back to the dragon sword. But yeah. That boss had an axe. I mean, not an, yeah, like a scythe, I mean. And you fight him in a stadium and full of werewolves, and he was preaching Ryu of how far he gotten and stuff, so you fight him. And then after you beat him, you take his sword, his scythe actually, and then all the werewolves in this coliseum starts fighting you after the boss battle. Most of them. And then until Sonya comes up with her helicopter again, Ex Machina, and like saves the day. Best girl in the game. She is the best girl in the game. So yeah, that. There's another. So you get to play as Rachel. What I said earlier in the video. Oh yeah. And her moves were like really easy to memorize. I think Rachel was really fun. And you fight Mobius, I think. Or not Mobius, or this bat-looking monster. But this level was really good. And that's all I remember. I forgot the name of her weapon, yeah. So, and then somehow they're chasing down a person named Elizabeth that stole the statue, demon statue. And yeah. So she got into like this flying airplane that's like high tech, and I think it's called I'm just gonna say Daedar. I forgot. But yeah. They caught up to that, and Ryu jumps off the helicopter, lands on top of the airplane, and gets into the airplane, fights off the fortress inside. For that level, I just used the twin blades, and it's like really close quarters, and you have to like I used the arrows to destroy the turrets in that level, and you get to fight Genshin again, which is we get a parry animation. He kept like teleporting, not teleporting, like he was using Ryu's move. Like ninjas have similar move sets to Rivalry, I guess that's how it went. It's kind of getting dark. Maybe I should some light. Oh, there's no light. Strange. Yeah, it's pretty. I gotta wrap this up. Yeah. Was I? Oh, what was the boss there? Oh, so it gets destroyed because like of overload or something. And Ryu finds a bike somehow, gets on the bike, and the airplane crashes. Elizabeth and Genshin already like moved somewhere else. Forgot how, but yeah. And then there's this big armadillo looking boss battle, and you fight him right after Genshin. It's like a boss after another boss. The armadillo likes to roll around, and it's like fiery and stuff. I just kept hitting it from the side, and yeah. Next chapter. Well, there's like this snow level. It's a bit of snowish level. It's like, forgot. There was like these enemies that like had like rockets, jetpacks, and they're like huge. Like, yeah, I forgot what they look like. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. And yeah, those were really annoying enemies. Yeah. So, yeah. Usetsu. Oh, you get to play as Ayane. The Like, she serves the Dragon Ninja Clan. Like, she wears purple. She has purple hair, and yeah, she likes to spin around. She's like one of my favorite characters. Uh, in that chapter, when you're playing as Ayane, you come across the Spider Witch, and she spins around, has three like black lightning butterflies, bolts. What's weird is Ayana could do that too. I mean, not in the game, but I know the lore. She could do that. She could do that too. I need some light. Oh. Well, that's why I don't have any. Here, I'm gonna put on some light. Hold on. There you go. So, yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, Yane was fun, and I beat that boss. I think after that boss, when you defeat it, you see Kasumi. You only see her back and her long hair. It's her half sister. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut. You fight Gaudamus again. I think it's just a sub boss, and yeah. This time it was difficult because you had to fight the monsters with jetpacks or something, and they're really annoying. They just kept shooting missiles at me. There was this one time in one of the levels, I think it was the werewolf level, where I just jumped off because I thought you could get past the bridge, but apparently I missed a chest. So like you go to the I'm gonna get like to like chapter 17 and 18 because it's gonna be a long video. Uh, yeah, so the game gets very hard at the end. I'm just gonna say a lot of reused bosses. Uh, those fish were annoying. I like the dragon boss fight in chapter 11. There's this jungle and it's all like I'm gonna say like Hindu architect or I don't know what I'm saying, but it's like yeah, statues and stuff. It's really cool. You gotta fight a dragon at the end by the waterfall. I actually cut its tail off and did a finisher with the dragon sword. So yeah, that was fire. The final boss, the Archfiend, is just uh, there was like 3 phases, I think. The temple, and in one of the levels, there's this temple that has a stairwell, and there's like a lot of ninjas. And then I heard from fans that's like their favorite part or memorable part of the game. But yeah. At the ending was really good. The last when you defeat the Archfiend. Oh, you get to take Genshin's sword. You get to have it's dual wield. You know how like it's canonically when the cutscene like you beat a boss and you just get like the original sword. So yeah, like I think in stories like it's canonically like they use that sword or whatever you could think about that makes it canon. What I'm saying. But yeah, I think the game was really good. The ending, Ryu, at this one part, I like shot an arrow at Sonya and it resulted in a game over. My final score was like, I'm gonna say like Forbes, like at least above 5 billion or under 5 billion. But yeah, 24 hours of game time because I just like stay near the save and just practice and just slashing, listening to the music. It's really good. The soundtrack pretty good. One of his quotes was darkness, no, light. I forgot. He says something about darkness at the well, at the end of the battle. He says something about light appears at dawn or something, and after the credits he talks about darkness. And he plants Genshin's sword at the battlefield on the ground full of other swords. And you see this other chick's back. I think it was with red hair, but I'm not sure. But I think that's Kasumi. There's a lot of Kasumis. There's like clones of Kasumis. Kasumi's like a character in the franchise called Dead or Alive. But yeah. Alright guys, if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching this time. I'm about to hit the gym and I'm just staying in my car for like a while. Alright, peace out. Thanks for watching again.